Good morning, co-creators. This is Adrienne, and I'm on day 5 of my Open Heart Challenge, just stopping in for an update and to see how all of you are doing. So, I am 5 days in, and I have already had some of the most interesting, gratifying, and strange phenomenons since I've done any challenge. And at the same time, a very unique and eye-opening my spiritual journey, which I've been on for years. So, how do I put this into words? I have no idea. And what the end result of this video is going to be, I have no idea. I do just know that I wanted to try to document it, and so that I could take it out of the arbitrary and put a frame around it. So, my third challenge, and as you know, whenever you're on a challenge, that it's an exciting time. It's a time for you to be pumped and up and excited. You're setting your intentions and declarations and your goals, and it's the beginning of a positive experience, and that is exactly how it should be. And yet, as soon as I started this challenge and I declared my heart open, I was overcome with sadness. Now, immediately a flag goes up, and I think this might there must be something to this, because I don't really believe in coincidences. Either that or I'm starting this on the wrong foot, but I decided that, I should just honor that feeling and see where it leads me. And to give you some background about me, I'm a very positive person who lives in gratitude almost all of the time. I see the beauty in everything. I love my life. My glass is overflowing. That's just me. I get up every day and this is where I am. And that's not to say that I don't have any contrast. I do. Every day there's contrast. It's just that I see it differently. I'm in a different reality than I was when I started this journey. And so I would like to think that I've gone from a place where my life was leading and living me to a place where I'm leading and living my life. And as a result of that, I choose to be happy, and I choose to be positive, and I choose to be grateful. And by making those very solid choices, the negative just doesn't get in nearly as often. It can't, because I'm solid in what my choices are. So me starting this challenge with this feeling of sadness was just a little baffling. But I think that was my first lesson in this challenge, was to honor all of our emotions. Because we do have to honor them all, and we have to integrate them into the whole. And I think we have a tendency to take certain emotions and to label, well, probably all emotions, and label them. We have our idea about what an emotion means, and so therefore sadness is one of those that can easily be labeled and boxed into being negative. And I started to think that perhaps what I was doing was that I might have had real, valid emotions that I wasn't honoring because I maybe had labeled them as negative and avoided them. Perhaps just, no, I'm going to see the positive in a situation. And I thought maybe that's why I was having this sadness. And the sadness had this presence for days. So it could be that is what it is, that I might have been connecting an emotion, sadness, to negativity and casting it aside. But at least I have, if nothing else, it's brought that awareness to my mind to think of emotions as guides, not as either positive or negative, and to honor the emotion, and while not going into the negative when you have it. And that's exactly how I handled this. The sadness did not cause me to spiral or to tailspin into a world of negativity. It didn't. It just I let it be. I observed it, and that's all I did with it. I thought about it. I thought about myself. I thought about what it meant, but I did nothing more than that with it. And what I do think happened was that sadness was the key that opened the gate to the profound experiences that I've had in the first 5 days. Because when you're sad, you're not really out there. You're rah 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 rah. You have a tendency to step back, and that's exactly what I did. And what I said in my first video was that I wanted to speak less and to listen more and to be open. And sadness led the way and literally gave me the tools to be able to do that. So maybe it was just guidance from above, I don't know. But what ended up happening was that I did just become the quiet observer of my environment, of myself and my environment. And what that did was that allowed me to be able to receive what people had to offer. And what do I mean by that? Well, we're very me-centered people. That is there any other way to be? I mean, it's I want, I need, I love, I don't like, I intend, I declare. We have this spirit that